Your friends are literally programming your future, and most of you don't even realize it. Think about it. When was the last time you made a major life decision without consulting your mates first, right? The guys who you're hanging around with right now, you're not just hanging around with, they're literally shaping your current personality and your future. How much money you make, who you'll date, your success in life, and whether you'll actually be happy 10 years from now. So today I'm going to break down the exact signs why your friendship circle is actually much more important than you realize, and why most guys, including yourself probably, are sabotaging your own life by hanging out with the wrong people. So firstly, I'm going to talk about why friends matter more than anything. So there was this study by Harvard. It was an 80-year long study, right? So it followed people pretty much over their entire life, and it showed that the quality of friends that people surround themselves with was the number one predictor of life satisfaction. Just deep that. I'll say it again. Over 80 years, with all variables considered, money, relationships, kids, etc., the number one biggest determinant for life satisfaction was the quality of friends that people surrounded themselves with. Not like that's not just relationships, specifically friendships. So, and I'm sure I've said this in another video, and you've probably heard this already, that you become the average of your five closest friends. But you just need to think about the friends you surround yourself with, take the five closest ones, and think, do you want to end up like that? And if yes, then great, but chances are the answer is no. And so then you need to do a bit more thinking to yourself and think about changing your groups. So next we're going to talk about the wrong type of friends, which, because if you're not really sure about your top five friends, or even if you think that they're the good friends, they might not be. So it's still worth listening to this, because most guys will walk around with guys who will pretend to be friends. You might think that they're your friends, but they'll actually just draining your energy, and they're really bad people. So there's a few different like archetypes of bad friends. So I guess the first one is like the complainer. So someone that's always negative and shoots down your ambitions. Because like I said, you become like that. And trust me, people who are always complaining and negative, they're just terrible to be around. They're just annoying. They just drain all your energy. And yeah, like I said, they'll make you think like you can't achieve anything because they'll just drain all your ambitions. Nextly is the user. So the type of person that only really connects with you when they need something. I feel like that's pretty self-explanatory, but like the person that you constantly lend money to when you're out and they don't pay you back or whatever, because it's pretty common. I mean, I've had people like that too. Next is the competitor. Now, this one, there's a bit of nuance to this one because it is very important in male friendships specifically to be healthily competing with each other to push each other forward. But where this bad archetype takes it a step further is they don't celebrate your wins at all, and all they do is try to one up you. So in conversations, they always try to just say something they did better. So yeah, like I said, a bit of nuance to that competitiveness. Like if they're competing with you and trying to get you to strive better than yourself, that's great. But they should also be celebrating your wins. And lastly is the enabler. So keeps you comfortable mediocrity. So basically somebody who will just tell you, oh yeah, it's okay to go play your video games. Oh, it's okay to go watch your YouTube, or pretty much someone that yeah just makes you complacent and doesn't push you to do better for yourself. And a quick side note here, you should also consider if you yourself are falling into these four categories, because it's very possible that you do these things consciously or subconsciously, especially the enabling thing, because you can think, oh, I don't want to make people feel bad. But again, realistically, you want to give your honest opinion and try to help your friends do better in their life, right? Because if you're friends, you care about them. So I've told this story before, so I'm not going to go into great detail, but I used to hang out with guys who were quite limited socially. They didn't really have too many friends. They were a bit awkward and whatnot, and then they would sort of project that onto me, and they would sort of be confused when I would try to make new friendships or get new relationships. Talk to girls. They would be like confused by me, and they would be sort of shutting me down until I just felt like I shouldn't do it, and I felt discouraged. And then with a new group, instantly they sort of pushed me in that direction and helped me propel myself forward, and it made a world of difference. And so when you hang out with losers as well, you become attractive to other losers. So it's true for dating as well. Like high value women avoid men with low value friends. And yeah, toxic friends will make you second guess yourself. They'll make you lower your standards in dating and in friendships, and just in life in general, maybe business. And yeah, they just keep you playing small. So yeah, now we're going to talk about the connection between research and happiness. So first of all, I've said this. I know I've said a lot of stuff before, but research shows that 3 to 5 high quality friends are much more valuable than 20 surface level ones. So it's the idea of having 3 friends versus 30 acquaintances, because strong friendships, they'll push you towards your goals. They'll give you honest feedback that helps you grow. They'll celebrate your wins. They'll make you strive to be the best version of yourself. They'll introduce you to other people and opportunities. They'll have your back during tough times. Like, they make a world of difference. So you can just imagine from any one of these points how having the reverse of that, let's say having them push you away from your goals, or abandoning you in tough times. If you have the dynamic, imagine the difference in your happiness when you're going through a hard time, when you have someone who's abandoning you and not really doesn't really care, and somebody's actively helping you, right? Like, there's a world of difference, right? And strong friends attract other strong people, so your network will compound. It's like a ripple effect. And when you have solid friends, there's social proof, and so other people are attracted to you. Women are attracted to you, and other solid friends are attracted to you because you have that leadership, that loyalty, and they can see by the company that you keep that you're a high value person, right? So yeah, like I was saying, let me tell you about the moment when I realized that my friends were holding me back. So it started off when I just started out on self improvement. So I was, going to the gym, I was reading social skills, stuff like that. And my friends were like these guys who sort of played volleyball every lunch, and they were quite, like I said, antisocial, and they were a bit quiet and all of that, which is fine. And they were really like school focused. But the issue was they were telling me to just focus a lot more on school. And I was already getting good grades, by the way. But they were telling me how social skills aren't that important and the gym's a waste of time. And I should just prioritize, put all of my effort into school, like my marks. And so I pretty much had this wake up moment. I still remember this really vividly. So, not trying to clown on the guy or whatever, but it just sort of, this was what woke me up. So in chemistry class, one of the guys in the group got put with a girl because it was like random groups. And so it was just him and her in the group. And he couldn't say one word to her the entire hour of them being in a group. He was just petrified. Not because he had a crush on her or anything, just because she was a female. And this was like year 10. Yeah, year 10. So we were 16 years old. It's like, how can you not talk to someone of the opposite gender when you're 16 years old? I don't know. It was just shocking to me. So I sort of distanced myself from them, and I found 2 guys who were also starting self-improvement, got together with them. We'd motivate each other, share like book reviews, challenge each other to approach girls, to be growing our social circle, and we just grew exponentially. And I can guarantee you that most of you watching this were in the exact same spot that I was. And so I urge you, I implore you to make that decision and swap over, because a bit uncomfortable at first, but it makes a world of difference. Trust me, I have zero regrets. So here's how you can avoid making that mistake. So right now, like I said, think about your 5 closest friends. Ask yourself if they're at where you want to be in your life, or at least if they're directioned in the way where you think you want to end up. So if you're the most ambitious one in the group, the most confident one in the group, the conversation's always about problems and never about solutions. If you feel drained after hanging out, like all of those sorts of things, it's probably a sign to level up your social circle. So to level it up, you want to go where ambitious men gather. So stuff like business events, hobbies, skill-based hobbies, the gym, stuff like that. And also be the friend you want to attract first. Well, I forget the saying, but there's something about treat others how you want to be treated. So it's sort of related. It's like if you emulate the type of friend that you want to attract, like you act like the friend you want to attract, they'll be attracted to you, if that makes sense. And don't be afraid to outgrow people. Like, it's part of becoming a man. Naturally, you'll make more progress than your friends, and that's okay. It's just time to get new ones, right? And you don't have to, just keep in mind, you don't have to cut off everyone overnight. Just make a gradual shift. Start investing more time in people who elevate you, and eventually just heighten the gap until, you're catching up with the other guys every so often, but most of your time's with these high quality people. So yeah, if you're not happy with your life right now, look at your friend group, because they could be a big reason as to why you're not. So what I want you to do right now is write down your 5 closest friends, pen and paper. Don't skip this. There's a much bigger difference between thinking about something and writing it down. So write down your 5 closest friends. Rate them honestly. Do they lift you up or do they drag you down? Identify one person whom you want to spend less time with, and identify one person or type of person with whom you want to spend more time. Like, big picture, your happiness isn't just about you, but it's about everyone around you. And so who you choose to do life with would make a massive impact on you. There's a quote that I wrote down, so I'm just going to read it. It says that it might be a bit cringy, but I think it's still kind of interesting. So, champions don't surround themselves with quitters. Leaders don't hang around with followers. If you want to be happy, successful, and respected, start acting like it in who you choose as friends. If this hit you where it hurts, please interact with the video. Drop a like, comment, subscribe. It all helps me out. And remember, building confidence that lasts starts with the people around you. Cheers for watching.